They sent on their way from the 1200 metre marker, spun out, was slow to go. First one out of the gate is Chap Trap in the yellow. Gunner is right there. Wild Wicked is on the right-hand side. Without a doubt, a little bit strong on the right. Rivarine's in the orange alongside of Caddy Master. And at this stage, Riverine races now about 3 or 4 lengths off the leader. Gets near the rail. And then comes Seattle Sours and spun out a long way last. Chap Trap by a length. Wild Wicked is second. And Caddy Master's at the rail third. Gunner and Riverine travel together about 3.5 lengths off the leader. Then without a doubt the other two are way back. As they turn into the home stretch, Chap Trap the leader. On the outside, Wild Wicked. Caddy Master's going to go for a rails run. Riverine is in the orange between horses and Gunner's on the outside. Coming to the last 300 now, and Riverine in the orange makes a move. Gunner, Caddy Master on the inside, and it's Riverine the leader. Gunner tries to put on the pressure, but Riverine is still under the hands inside the 200 metre marker, and Riverine is going on. Riverine will win. The second place is going to get close, without a doubt. Second, Gunner third, and then Chap Trap. Very hard to oppose. Number 3, Riverine, the son of Mike Azzy for the Funferins. And Lyle Hewitson claiming the 1.5, just under the hands, went of a hot favourite at 120 and wins about a length and a quarter. So Riverine has now won 2 from 6 and comes home well. Aventure Thoroughbred Farm and Mr. and Mrs. Ambred. Second goes to, without a doubt, number 9, Gunner. Number 2 runs third. Then Chap Trap, and they were followed further back in the field by Wild Wicked. Caddy Master did not go on with the effort. And then it's a long way back to the next 2 horses. So we'll take a look. Then it's spun out. And behind that, Seattle Sour. So as we look at the head-on, and Riverine in the orange, just under the hands, a few flicks down the neck. And the Son of R comes home good. Still very green, obviously. They're all 2-year-olds. Gunner, and without a doubt, it's going to relish more ground. But Riverine comes home lonely. Hot favourite at 120. Until the third race starts off the place accumulator. Back to the studio.
Seen a flawless performance from Riverine. He's come good and he's really put the record straight here with an easy victory. He's a horse who's run against some real quality opposition, Mark.
Yeah, Sheldon, he's run against some tough horses back home. He's always been placed in those features. The run behind Cloud of Cloth was a phenomenal run because he went from one side of the course to the other side. And I've always maintained that if he just gets sat in and let him just find himself and you pick him up, he'll explode. And when Lyle rode him this evening, he got off me and he said to me, Staz, if you put this in a 1400, I don't think there's too many horses around that'll go with him. He says, because when I pressed the button, the feeling he gave me, his explode was instantaneous. And he really just took off. And he said, I felt that I didn't even have to pull the stick on him. I just went long in the motions and went through them with him, and he did it well. So well done to Lyle, and most of all to Adrian and Enrique. Those guys just pour the money into my stable. Adrian has had a bit of a tense week this week with the press having a go at him about the jockeying off of Doug White. It was not just Adrian's decision, it was a joint decision. We didn't feel like we needed the pressure coming into the July, having to wait for a jockey in case he doesn't catch a connecting flight or whatever. It wasn't a mandatory thing at all, it was just pressure that we wanted to alleviate. So this is the reason we did it. And obviously we are going for the July with Abashiri, and we are going to do our best to try and win it.
All the best, and we'll chat to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Let's get Lyle Hewitson in. Now, coming out the gates, he was probably a length slow, so he had to go to plan B?
Yes, I think we just stood that 3 or 4 seconds too long, and he just started to play up a little bit. And so he missed the break, and they came across quite quickly, and I couldn't go forward and as handy as I wanted. But to be fair, I think it worked to my favour, and I sat just in the perfect position. And this horse was travelling lovely throughout the whole race. And as that split came, it was like a bullet going through, It really took it to the line itself, and pretty much, besides just getting into position, I was a passenger the rest of the way.
You got Kalinsky coming up. He looks to be a decent runner, and then Hejira.
Yes, Kalinsky's got a nice low weight. I do feel that it's a fairly decent field, but the mile should suit. Last time was showing that it would prefer the mile, And yeah, Hajira in the back end, the step up in distance is suited, and we are expecting a big run.
Stick with this bullet.
Yeah, I hope so. Just thank you to Mr. Azzi. Well done to Mr. Van Vuren once again, and to the Academy, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Lyle Hurtson bringing home number 3, Riverine for the Van Vurens, and the Michael Azzi outfit. He just roared away through the opposition.